we're out of the month of August and the Army Bill is moving on to something else, what I want to talk about is Masterverse, baby. And the thing that's got a lot of people buzzing is the new King Randor's. As of today, I'm doing this on the 2nd of September. Um, and no one really knows absolutely certain whether this is a legit or whether this is just something someone threw together or what they would like to see. And to me, it looks pretty legit, fam. It looks pretty legit. The way everything looks is pretty darn close to my classic Randor that I'm showing you right here. One thing that I like better on my classic compared to this is the sword. I just like the way the sword looks compared to this one. However, and I also like the staff better because it doesn't have on the classic. It doesn't have like the crown. It has kind of like the cross with the jewel, the blue jewel. But the one thing that's pretty cool, I will admit, on this is that it has this peg on here. No one's really talking about the peg. There's a peg on the sword that looks like it can peg into the staff, so that the staff and the sword are one, and so that you have the option of not just smacking slides up the head. You can chop the head off as well from a distance, as well as being up close when you just have it as a sword. So I think that's pretty cool. The design of the armor is real reminiscent of the classic. As you have seen, what's also different is that it has the hair. It has the toupee with the crown on there, family. Randor rocking the toupee. But he also has the other headpiece where it has the covering around the head, like the armor for the head. And it also has the armor for the head that has the crown attached, so it gives the head some more protection. I think that's pretty cool right there. That's a different take. Not mad at that. It has the shin guards protection as well, and it has that shoulder protection on there. The fig looks good, fam. I have to say it looks good. It appears to be a cloth cape, and that's always a plus for me. I always prefer cloth capes over the plastics. I was never a big fan of the plastic capes for any line. I always wanted a cloth cape because I was like, okay, if you want to have the figure sitting down, then it's a problem. And I shouldn't have to go to different not lines, but go wherever, whether it's eBay or whether it's just a different company or whatnot, and order something from them as simple as a cape. Now, it'd be great if the capes have the wire in them, but they don't have to have that. A regular cape will suffice with me as long as the fig can sit down. And when you have a fig like that's a king, that's regal, a lord, so to speak, he or she could be a queen as well. They need to be able to sit down, fam. They need to be able to sit down in some form of their throne. So I'm glad that they inputted that with the cloth cape. They've been doing that for a while. I don't think there's any fig that they did with the Masterverse line that didn't have a cloth cape. I'm trying to think. From what I can remember, I don't believe they're having one without that had a plastic cape. I think they all been cloth, which I really appreciate that. Now let's talk about some other figures. Let's talk about Evil-Lyn. This is the Evil-Lyn that we all wanted to see. Now the colors are bluish, whereas usually like more purple. But I'm cool with that. It's a different take, so it's all good. The skin tone looks good. The face sculpt is great as well. But here's what people are not talking about, fam. I haven't heard anyone speak about this yet. The arms are not double jointed. if they are, I mean, to me, I mean, now if they're going to change this later on, that's fine. But if you compare the arms on her to the arms on Tila, you can see that they are not double jointed. I don't know what's going on with this mess with the not doing the double jointed arms, because they gave us what was his name? They gave us Snout Spout. I had a brain fart. So they gave us Snout Spout, and he had the arms where they weren't double jointed, but they bent a little more. Well, they bent better than the classics. So I could kind of deal with it because it wasn't too big a deal, because he was a bulkier figure. I still would have preferred the double jointed arms, but it is what it is. Because if you can do the double jointed arms with Skelegod, you should be able to do it with. I believe Skelegod was double jointed. I have to double check. I have to look at him again. I just thought about that. But I believe Skelegod was double jointed. But if Skelegod is double jointed and Snout Spout wasn't, that's a problem to me, fam. We don't need to be going backwards. We need to stay moving forward. And Masterverse is doing a good job of going forward as in regards to articulation, along with the way the fig looks. So I don't want Masterverse to start slipping and going backwards, fam. But why the arms why aren't the arms double jointed? You had Andra, who's double jointed. All the Evil Lyns were double jointed. Why now the Evil Lyn that everybody wants, are you not making her arms double jointed? These are double jointed. So I mean, I don't get it. You're taking a fig that was pretty close to as good as it gets. This is the Evil Lyn that everybody wants. Everybody really wants this Evil Lyn. I mean, the other ones are cool. Don't get me wrong. We know you had to build up the line, and you're kind of saving the best for last, and that's fine. However, don't take you were saving the best for last that everybody wants, and then you go and you give us 90% of what we want instead of going all out and give us 100. So I have an issue with that. Roboto looks about the same compared to the one that already came out. A couple of differences is more clear, and then you can see the gears in there is different compared to where it had that orb in there with the power source and whatnot that he had. But the rest of him is basically about the same. The head sculpts are different with the mask. It has 2 different masks, so that's interesting right there. Wonder how that's going to look. The weapons are different. It looks more reminiscent of the classics as well. So they're taking a lot of inspiration from the classics for these figs, and I'm not knocking it. Do what you do. Just make sure that you when you make these figs, I'm only saying when you make these figs, don't half-ass it. Go all in. You know what I'm saying? Because people are spending their money where they could be using it on other things, and they're using it on collecting figs. Again, like I said before, fam, don't let these companies make you break the bank, so to speak, on getting these figs. Remember, they're just toys, man. They're toys. So I know we call them collectibles, we call them action figures, we have all these different names, but at the end of the day, they're on the toy aisle, so they're toys. Okay? Even though that we get a lot of them off a line, hey, it's still toys, fam. Don't get it twisted. And there's a lot of things going on in this world. The economy is not where it should be. However, enjoy the lines that you love. Don't let anyone tell you shouldn't buy this. Don't let anyone tell you shouldn't buy that. Remember, we all grown, fam. That stuff with that middle school and high school, elementary foolishness where you just want to fit in and you just want to join, so you're gonna go about what everyone says. Don't do that mess, man. We too grown for that. Pick what you like, get what you like. Even if someone else is saying they're not gonna get it, who cares? If you want it, you get it, you buy it. That's all I'm saying, fam. And I'm looking forward to this new line coming out. Definitely gonna pick up this Randor. Definitely gonna pick up Evil Lyn. Whether they give it a double jointed arms or not, maybe take her to the chop shop and do some things, give me some different arms. If it's not double jointed, depending on how it moves when I see it. Not so totally on Roboto. I'm kind of good with the one I got. Just depends, fam, on how I see when I see some better images. So let your boy know, is this a pass or a grab, or you don't even collect Masterverse and you just all Joe. And like a fat kid in dodgeball, I'm out, baby. And don't forget to like and subscribe.